The Law Factor with advocate Clarence Arenas Gandawa.
Family, more than just a bond, more than just its tradition. It is the foundation upon which societies rise. It is the heart of our communities, the fabric that ties generations together. Yet, even the strongest foundations face storms. Disputes emerge over marriage, over separation, over the fate of children, over the legacy left behind when a life comes to an end. And in these moments of uncertainty, the law steps in, not to take sides, but to enforce justice, clarity, and protection. Welcome to the Law Factor with advocate Clarence Gandawa. Where knowledge is power and understanding, the law means securing your future. Today we dive deep into the laws governing marriage, divorce, custody, and inheritance. Laws that shape families, define rights, and ensure fairness for all. Because when it comes to family, ignorance is not an option. The law moves forward. You must move with it. Let me hand over to the advocate. The floor is yours, advocate.
Thank you, Zola. Greetings to you all. Today I'm going to be talking about marriage, divorce, custody, and inheritance. Marriage. It is not merely an emotional bond or a cultural rite of passage. It is a contract sealed by law, binding two lives together, not just in love, but in responsibility. With this union comes privilege, the right to build a future together, to share wealth, to make decisions as one. But alongside these rights, there are duties: financial, legal, ethical. Yet, not all stories end as they begin. When separation looms, divorce enters as more than a personal struggle. It is a legal reckoning, a process that determines not just who walks away, but what they take with them: assets, obligations, even legacies. Alimony, designed to ensure fairness, can become a contested battlefield where financial stability and justice hang in the balance. The courts step in not to punish, but to preserve equity. Understanding your rights before marriage is not cynicism, it is wisdom. Knowing the legal terrain before separation is not an expectation of failure. It is preparation for fairness. Ignorance of the law is not defense. The law moves forward. You must move with it. Now let's move to child custody and welfare. When two lives part ways, the law does not concern itself with emotion. It concerns itself with justice, and nowhere is this justice more profound than in the matter of child custody. A child is not a possession to be divided. A child is a life, a future shaped by the choices we make today. When separation enters, the courts do not ask which parent wants custody. They ask what is best for the child. Stability, emotional bonds, financial security, these are not mere considerations. They are the pillars upon which a child's well-being stands. A courtroom is not a battlefield. It is a place where the future is weighed and the decisions are made with gravity, not impulse. But knowing the law before the fight begins is the difference between chaos and clarity, between prolonged disputes and rightful resolution. To safeguard a child's future, parents must move not with emotion, but with knowledge. Understanding custody law is not just protection, it is a responsibility. The law moves forward. For the child, for justice, for the future, you must move with it. Now, let's talk inheritance and property rights. A life is lived, a legacy is built. And when that life comes to an end, one question remains: who inherits? This question is not decided by sentiment. It is decided by law. Family law dictates how estates are distributed through wills, through legal succession, through justice. A will is more than a document. It is a declaration, a safeguard, a final act of control over one's legacy. Without it, uncertainty takes its place. Families fractured, disputes ignited. Battles fought not with love, but with litigation. Courts step in not to decide who deserves, but to enforce what is legally owed. Without a clear testament, inheritance law dictates, sometimes in ways that defy expectation. Knowledge is not optional. It is protection, it is clarity, it is security for future generations. The courtroom, where history is written, where futures are decided, where justice finds its voice. Every case, every ruling, every battle fought in law echoes beyond individuals involved. It shapes precedent. It defines interpretation. It moves the boundaries of justice itself. A bitter inheritance dispute between siblings sets the foundation for how courts rule on family wealth today. A high-profile custody battle reshapes how a child's best interests are weighed. These cases, these legal wars, are not just stories. They are lessons. They are warnings. They are the reasons we must understand the law before we stand before it. To be ignorant of family law is to walk into conflict unarmed. But to understand it, to grasp the principles that govern inheritance, custody, marriage, is to stand prepared, empowered, and protected. The law, it does not wait, it does not bend to ignorance. It stands as the shield, the structure, the force that defines justice. Marriage, custody, inheritance, these are not just legal terms. They are the foundation upon which families are built and futures are secured. To know the law is to wield power. The power to protect your rights, the power to navigate challenges with confidence, the power to ensure fairness in every legal matter that shapes your life. At Springfield Law Clinic, we are not observers of justice. We are champions of legal literacy. We push forward, ensuring knowledge reaches those who need it most. Stay informed, seek counsel, safeguard your future. The law moves forward, you must move with it. Legal knowledge is power. See you next Thursday.
Springfield Law Clinic, justice defined, rights protected. We are here to serve.